Hello everyone and welcome to our first ever bite-sized bat rep, a series in which we cover the key narrative and action points of competitive matches, just without the dice rolls. Today's mission is secure missing artifacts. There are 5 objectives and it's a hold 1, hold 2 mission. In terms of secondaries, the Harlequins have gone for Stranglehold, because it's always a sensible choice on 5 objective missions, Retrieve Knackman data due to having a lot of units that can perform it, and a Deadly Performance. This is a Harlequin specific one, which is scored by doing 2 of the following 4 things in your turn. Hold an objective you didn't before, have a unit in the enemy's deployment zone, kill 2 units in shooting, or kill 3 units in combat. The Grey Knights have also gone for Stranglehold, of course, as well as Purifying Ritual, which is scored by doing psychic actions on objectives, and then finally To the Last, which is the 2 10-man intercept squads, which will be combat squadding, and the Grandmaster in Nemesis Dread Knight. We're now going to check out the deployment, but if you do enjoy this video, please consider giving us a like and a subscribe, as well as checking out all of our other content. Today we have a battalion of Dark Harlequins, which means we can fight on death, and we have an extra AP in combat. Heading up the HQ is a Shadow Seer and Troop Master. We have 2 10-mans with all the bells and whistles. We then have 4 5-mans in their Star Weavers, 2 4-mans and a 2-man of bikes, and 2 scary Void Weavers. Got a battalion of Grey Knights, they're Rapiers, which is a stratagem for exploding 6s, and a psychic power for +1 attack. For HQs, we've got a Grandmaster with all the bells and whistles, Tech Marine, and a Librarian that does lots of mortals. 3 5-man strike units, lots of interceptors, 3 Paladins, 2 Dread Knights, and the key part of the list, the 4 Servitors. Harlequin forces are deployed in a beautiful sea of white, purple and blue. As you can see, we're nicely hidden. With Harlequins, you just want to play it nice and slowly. So that is the plan, because we are going first.
So yeah, a less pretty version of a deployment here. Trying to keep as hidden as possible because I'm found out now that I'm going second, and yeah, hopefully going to weather the storm with the Pink Boys.
So as I said, Harlequins are going first, and we'll come back after the movement phase. Harlequin movement phase is complete. As you can see, not much has actually changed. All of this has kind of stayed here. I've just solidified this part of the board and we've moved up slightly. My sacrificial unit are these 2 who are -1 to wound, but I suspect they are going to die anyway. Not actually doing any shooting or anything. This is more of a waiting game, being patient. So no shooting, no charges or anything. So when you come back, you'll have seen how the Grey Knights have responded. Grey Knight movement phase is complete. What is the plan, Jamie?
Okay, so over this side of the board, we're very much hidden. This Dread Knight has just scooched across to draw a bead on one of the transports hiding behind the ruin.
Cheeky.
We've just jumped on this objective, this side, just to try and purify ritual, and the interceptors have moved up, hopefully trying to threaten the center objective next turn.
Very cheeky. Well, we'll do some psychic and shooting and let you know how the plan goes. Jamie started off with a plan, and that plan's worked nicely, because as you can see, there is a gap there where 2 bikes used to be. 2 Dread Knights only just did it. And then also, you can see there a Star Weaver died, because I failed every single one of my 5 luck rerolls. So that was sad times. So yeah, efficient from the Grey Knights, as we see what the Harlequins can do moving into battle round 2. The Harlequins have taken the board, as is their way. So over here we've just got some screening. 10-man are poised here to push on forward. Void Weaver and bikes are going to deal with this little threat, hopefully. Did consider moving them across here to take out this, but it wasn't necessarily efficient. This poor 4-man unit, it's their turn to die, all in the name of Stranglehold. Look at that. 6 lucky dice. 10-man have advanced over here. Void Weaver, bikes, all positioned to just start chipping away over here. Then we've got a deadly performance sacrifice, which is also move blocking the Dreadnought. So we've screened out nicely. He's got some deep strike threats, 2 5-mans, and a mean librarian to come in if he wants. I'm going to try and chip away at the Dread Knight over in the corner. I'm going to try and kill these guys, and that'll be my turn. So we'll come back and see how that got on. The Harlequins did everything they set out to do. As you can see here, these bikes shot and charged in and were highly efficient. Barely missed, barely failed to wound. So that's there. I imagine they're going to get smashed in the face now, but you never know. Over here, we did a few bits of damage. So you can see it's down to 6 wounds. But not too much. So now we see how much Jamie wants to come out to play. What's the minimum amount of resources he can commit to do what he wants to do as we move into Grey Knights turn 2. The Grey Knights have been a bit more aggressive. What is the plan, Jamie, in your turn 2?
So I need to start to clear my back lines. This Star Weave needs to go, hopefully kill some bikes. I'm hoping that my firepower can kill off enough troops there to charge the Shadow Seer and get rid of her. And this side, it's just going to be about getting rid of these bikes. Hopefully throw a couple of pot shots down at the Void Weaver.
Rude.
Just have a lot less elves on the board.
And then everyone's happy, aren't they? Well, we'll let you know. We'll let you know how it goes. Grey Knights have done some things. Not as many things as they had hoped, however. So you'll see the bikes are dead. They died quite spectacularly. Shooting and moving interceptors proceeded to do 1 wound because the luck rolls did their thing over here, but they have grabbed the middle objective. And then Jamie, do you want to talk us through what happened over here?
Yeah, so we killed a Star Weaver and then ended our turn. But we had a 6-inch. We killed the troop squad that was protecting the Shadow Seer eventually with a lot of storm bolters and shooting from a Dread Knight. Then we attempted to charge some bikes needing the 6 inches, and then
from
we
these
failed.
Guys? Failed.
So we CP re-rolled that and then failed again.
Oh, yeah.
And then we needed another 6-inch charge from these interceptors with +1 attack into the Shadow Seer to remove her. And we failed that 6-inch charge as well. So really happy with that turn. Onwards and upwards.
I did give him the chance just to have one, and he's graciously said no. He wants to beat me fair and square. So there we are. It hurts a bit. I decided not to do any heroic interventions. I think it could just fail too much. So into battle round 3 we go. The Harlequins are trying to make the Grey Knights pay. One little adjustment, one thing which I think is actually really interesting. So what we suddenly realised, so I did it, but things have changed since then. The unit that was here, who are now over there, I spent CP, and what that enabled me to do was heroic intervene. And all I needed to do was move closer to the original target because I was within 6 and could therefore heroic intervene. And that meant I could move more models onto the objective without having to engage in combat. So that gave me hold more, and it stopped Stranglehold. So it was a 7-point swing. So that was actually quite a good investment of CP. So a little thing there for those of you who have 6-inch heroics in your army. In terms of the rest, I'm going to try and kill lots of stuff. So this 10-man advanced here. These guys have moved here. These guys, this big 10-man have advanced. I've given them a 3 up in vulnerable. And then the bikes have come across here as well. We've got the Void Weaver, Star Weaver, and then we're just screening out the backfield here. I've still got 5 troops in the transport. So hopefully when we come back, there'll be a big hole, Grey Knights sized hole, but it could go wrong. I am due some bad luck, so let's see how it goes. Right, things went reasonably according to plan. They dealt with them. Jamie interrupted over here in the fight phase, killed the Shadow Seer but bounced. I've given this unit a 3 up in Vun, and he bounced, and so as you can see, all of the interceptors and strikes around here are dead. Shooting did basically nothing. So yeah, I've kind of got the board. I'm scoring reasonably well. Feels like this is make or break time for Jamie in his turn 3. and then we'll see what they can do.
So the interceptors that were here have advanced into this ruin, hopefully threaten that next turn. Paladins have moved up to secure this objective. Hopefully on the following turn move to the middle. Dread Knights have moved up, hopefully going to kill some elves.
No.
This Dread Knight has been healed another 3 wounds, and everything has just shuffled up towards the mob of angry clowns. Librarian has dropped in here, hopefully going to mortal some bikers.
The day of judgment is nigh. The Grey Knights have a plan. Let's see if they can do it in the name of the Emperor. Right, last time you joined us, the Grey Knights, it was make or break. Could they deal with the Harlequins? Jamie, did they deal with the Harlequins?
We dealt with the Harlequins.
Quite emphatically.
So initially the Librarian came down, he cleared out the 4 bikes with all his psychic powers, and then we just had lined everyone up here to shoot, really. There wasn't a lot of combat really required, but yeah, we had enough weight of fire just to mow through these. We managed to make the charge here just to secure this objective for our stranglehold, and yeah, there's a lot less Harlequins on the table now. There
are very few Harlequins. This absolute hero did roll a 1 on his morale, so he is still alive. That was the 3-up Invun squad, which was a waste of 2 CP. That was the end of Battle Round 3. We have since spoken it through, because it's very right, as Jamie says, it's like mop-up time for him, and you can see from the score that it comes out reasonably close, because I can still score reasonably well. So 87-80 to the Grey Knights. We had a chat about what I could have done differently, maybe not committing the 10 mans. Not entirely sure it would have worked though. The fundamental issue in this matchup is just the weight of fire. The Harlequins can trade really well in combat, but their shooting doesn't trade well. So if the Grey Knights can hold their ground and just fire and shoot away stuff, they can kill so many Harlequin troops. And as soon as a Harlequin troop goes out and kills something, it just dies to shooting. There wasn't quite enough places to hide on this board. Obviously some boards there would be. This particular map didn't quite have those. So if I went out, I killed something, I died, whereas Jamie could just shoot me away. So a good win for the Grey Knights. Are you happy with how the game went, sir?
Yeah, really happy. Looking forward to the tournament this weekend now.
Yeah, or I mean, who knows when this video goes out? Maybe we've already won the tournament. Who knows? But yeah, great game. Hopefully you've enjoyed this super quick style battle report. How long is it going to be? Who knows? Hopefully around 10 minutes, and I come up with some catchy title. But yeah, victory for the Grey Knights. See you guys again soon.